All right, guys, welcome back to another edition of the Timmy Show. And today, I was unable to do the edit I wanted to do on the Halloween deck I built. So I'm just gonna give it to you like I have it. And happy Halloween to everybody out there. And if it might be a little late, but I got these at like Walmart for like 15 bucks. I know people are trying to upcharge them like on, whatever. But like these are great things to give away to your trick-or-treaters and stuff. It's just a 3-pack of like Pokemon, and you could give it out with a thing of candy to kids. I think that's a good idea. So just to let you guys know on that. But back to the Halloween deck. Tasha is my lovely witch queen that is commander of my deck. And I do have the signed art version of the card as well, and then all the appropriate tokens for the deck. And put those in there too, because I just put in another token. So we got about 20 odd tokens or 30 odd tokens for the deck, and we'll put her up there. I tried to stick to as much of the commander stuff as I wanted. Typically you want 10 ways to make mana, like mana rocks and stuff like that. At least 10 removal spells and 10 things that draw cards. I have a variation of that in conjunction of this deck, but I think the mana falls a little bit short. But I do have other cards that are like the MDFs that could be played as lands, so you get extra lands out of it. But we have Underworld Cookbook, Vidalcan Ori, which I think should be in almost every commander deck to play your stuff as instance. Basilisk Collar, Jack-o'-lantern, and it has great flavor and everything to it. I went back to the old school cards because I do believe like the newer style doesn't give that version that you want. So the Sky Diamond and Charcoal Diamond, the older ones, give the Halloween flavor the best to it. And then to end it out is an Arcane Signet to go with our artifacts. So we're going to put that up there. We're going to move to our enchantments. Our enchantments are Oubliette. I wish I could have had the older school one. That would have went well with the Halloween deck. I didn't have time to get that. We do have the Phasing of Zolfir, and basically the Blue Wrath. So this is one of our removal cards. Don't really typically want to use it on those. Maybe you do if you're in a position where you're holding like Damnation in your hand and it's in a redundant card. So maybe you play it for that cost. This is one of the flavorful ones for the deck. We have Tasha, the Witch Queen. So we got Season of the Witch, and it's a really good removal spell as well. So it kind of is in that conjunction. So Season of the Witch. And then our last one is Haunting Wind, or not our last one, but our next one is Haunting Winds. Each time an artifact in play is tapped and the activation cost is paid, Haunting Wind deals 1 damage to that artifact's controller. It's the reason I didn't want to play so many mana rocks and stuff in this deck to begin with. This is a great flavorful card by the look of it. And it did send me back, I think, 30 bucks, but I think it's on the reserve list too. But regardless, it's Halloween themed, and that's what I wanted, so we went with that. So these two did, cost, I think, right around $60 in total, maybe 50. I think this was 29, maybe this was 20 or 29, I don't know. But regardless, those are cards that I needed for this deck for the flavor of Halloween. And Markham Mancy definitely had to get in here for that flavor. And it came in the list card, so I was glad to get that. And we'll go from there. Continued on, we got the Planeswalkers. So Ashiok is one of the probably the best ones that portray Halloween in its essence, because it is a nightmare. And just won the cosplay in Magic 32. The guy did a really, really good outfit for that. we do have 2 Ashioks in here. So we got this one, and then we have the Sculptor of Fears. So I believe both of these cards are very flavorful for Halloween. And then, of course, we have Liliana. Is always flavorful for Halloween because it is a zombie maker. And I took the secret layer version of this, and that's where that lands. So now we're going to move on. We'll do lands last because they're the less impactful. But maybe it won't be. But we're going to go to the artifacts. Oh, that was supposed to go in artifacts, but I think I put it in sorcery because of its adventure cost. So we'll leave it in the sorcery pile. So it's in between. Basically, you can cast it as a sorcery and make a 4/1 black skeleton, and then play it for its artifact cost. And basically, you can exile the skeleton this makes and returns a creature from your graveyard to play. So this is a very, very flavorful card for Halloween purposes. So. And then Demonic Tutor, the older versions are the more Halloween flavorful. Of course, I do not have that. And if I do, it's in one of my older EDH decks or Commander decks because I have like 30. But this is the first Halloween one I wanted to do. Next up, we got Profane Tutor. And it's just another tutor package. And I find all the tutors are kind of flavorful for Halloween because I'm using the Secret Layer Grim tutor, and that is a very flavorful and cool looking card. And this is the reason I got this secret layer, because look at that. That is such gorgeous. The art is just gorgeous, man. And I really love it for that fact. So that's in there. So we do got a robust tutor package in this Halloween deck, which I find that should be in a Halloween deck because your horrors and zombies and all that stuff should have like instant, hey, we're here, just like in the horror movies. But soul transfer, removal, feed the swarm, removal, and it's good removal for a black-blue deck because it also gets rid of pesty enchantments that typically black wouldn't have. So we have that. We have Preordain. We have Eaten Alive, which is very flavorful for Halloween if you're playing zombies. And of course, we got Rise of the Dark Realms, and very good for a Halloween flavorful deck because it brings all your zombies and stuff from your graveyard back to play as zombies should be. We have Damnation, which the older art, or actually not the older art, but the old magic one that they gave away. And I sold mine, unfortunately. I need to get one back. But the ones that they had given away for rewards and stuff, that one is very, very, very flavorful for a Halloween deck and should be used. And here's one of our MDFs that are in the deck to give us that functionality because we're not playing so many mana rocks that if we need to cast this on its opposing side for land, we can. So that's in there for that. And we'll move on to Instance. And Instance is the same thing. We have MDF, so if we got enough mana, we could destroy something. If we don't, oops, I thought that was an MDFer. It's not. But anyways, it's removal. Rotten Reunion, this is just one of the cards that I thought was a flavorful Halloween type card. We have Village Rites for the draw aspects. We also have the Ploy, which is a neat looking card. I think it's great for Halloween. Deadly Dispute. We can sack a treasure or an artifact if we're not needing it to draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. So this is what I thought the first one was. So this is one of our MDFs that's in a deck for the purpose of we're not using so many mana rocks. But this also destroys a creature, so it's dual purposed. So all those are dual purpose and really good. Eliminate is another one. Siphon Insight is a good Halloween type card for me. And then, of course, the Vampiric Tutor is always one of those that is like that. And then we have Infernal Grasp, which is a newer card, but one of those. So we're down on all that. We're going to go to the creatures. We got a Horror Mind Slicer, which I think is a good flavorful card. Triska Philadelphia. I don't know how to pronounce that card, man, but Trisk Adif Apelifile. I don't know. But it is a draw card for us, and it got sort of a win con built into the card. So opponents will be on the lookout for that if you try to win that way. We have Drana. She's a vampire, and she does cool things, so she's in the deck for this purpose because vampires are part of Halloween. So are werewolves, and there's not too many blue-black werewolves, so Graveyard Trespasser fits that role for the Halloween theme. And, of course, we have zombies. So we got Liliana Standard Bearer in the deck. Overcharged Amalgam, another zombie. We got Mind Flayer, which is a good Halloween type card. It's a horror and steals something of theirs, so that's good. And then we have Tainted Adversary that brings in some zombies. If we clean the board with Damnation or the Zephyr, we could play this and get some more bodies if we need it. The Trader of Get is a great magic card. It gives you, it's a vampire that makes zombies, which is a card that you don't see every day. So this is very, very good flavorful for the deck. And of course, Headless Horseman. So we got two of these. We got Headless Rider, which makes zombies, but also we had Headless Horseman. That is it. I think they eroded this. I think it is a zombie now. So, but just on its or and the flavor text goes to the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. So those are very, very flavorful cards for the deck. We got a Shapeshifter, so it has Cascade, good in the Halloween deck. And then, of course, we got back to the older style cards. We got the Kumbai Witches. Tap to deal 1 damage to any target. Opponent may deal 1 damage to something of yours. So a very, very good, flavorful Halloween card. And we got No Priest, basically, to bring back creatures. And it's a vampire to go with our Halloween theme. We got Divining Witch, which I try to put as many relevant witches in here to go with Tasha. So this is Divining Witch is actually a very, very good one too. It's a makeup of an ability on a creature mimicking a older card, sorcery card. So that's always good. And this is always, she's a very, very good one to go in your 99. And in a lot of ways, she could be your commander for a style Halloween deck you want to build. And we'll go from there. We got another Shapeshifting Mythic. And then we have Skeleton Ship. And I think it's eroded to being a skeleton. I'm not quite sure, but I know they eroded it to something. And basically, this is a removal spell because we could put a 1/1, tap it to put a 1/1 counter on target creature. So you could target their creatures. So it gets rid of very pesky cards like your monkey that hits you and makes a treasure. Yeah, that kills it outright. Then we have Obsessive Stitcher. Great Halloween flavored card. And it's a draw. You got to discard a card, but it's part of the draw package. And then we have the Rock Cleave. This card is very, very good with zombies, but but I thought this, we don't have a real ton of zombies in the deck. We got enough. I think this card could become relevant for us. So that's in there for that purpose. And then, of course, with Liliana in the deck, we got her brother in the deck as well. So he is a zombie knight, the Lich Knight, and he makes zombies. So kicker, go there. And then this card has to be in a commander deck for Halloween. It's a Dreadfeast Demon that I can sack all my zombie tokens when it comes into play with and make copies of this thing. So very, very nice. And we have Ghosts of the Dam, which is another older Halloween type card from Legends. And I think this is eroded to being a zombie, so that's good for that cause as well. Then she's very, very good. Each player sacks a creature, so if they only have one and you got some zombie tokens you want to take care of, you do that. You can draw a card and discard, and then transform her into a big, nice vampire with flying, death touch, and lifelink. So we have the Corrupted Bishop. So these are just cards that just remind me of Halloween. So got that in there. We have the Awakener that is a draw outlet, but also makes a bigger, and this embodies like a Halloween card. So you have a human trying to gain power, and basically he turns into a bigger demon, a 4/4, but draws you a card when it transforms too. So it's part of our draw package, but a flavorful card for that. We have Nightmare Shepherd, which can bring our guys back as 1/1s when they die. And for this deck, that is very good for it. We have Shidishi, Undead Visor. Very, very good card for that. And then last we got, I just call this card Skittles because I don't, its first name is Skithrix, I think, but I call it Skittles the Blight Dragon. And it's an Infect card. So if we need another outlet to win, Infect is there for us. So we'll move those aside. We'll go to our lands, and I'm going to get more of these because I need to get, actually I want to get this because I want to make my mono black deck into that. But this, I like this one and the one from Innistrad Midnight Hunt, I think. It's the other one. It looks like a zombie village or a dead village, I should say. But I want to get some more of these, and so I got 10 total basic lands, and I just put the ones in there that I thought I needed. But then we go to the other ones. We got Dungeon Demon, Backwater. We got Field of the Dead. Any Halloween deck should have this in it because that's what we got to do. We got Evolving Wilds, Aquifer. This is another card I didn't think about, and just knowing that it makes spirits, even though it gives it to your opponent, is a great Halloween card because you give them spirits. So we got Palace, Teleria West, the Soaring City, Sanctuary, Underground, and I like the older school cards because that just gives me the Halloween vibes. I don't know, it's like 80s, 90s Magic, or 90s style Magic. But we got the Eye Tyrant, Polluted Mire, River Delta, Ancient Tomb, and that's the embodiment of a Magic card because that's a Halloween card that's got that in it. Oh, I forgot. Basic lands up there, please. We have Creeping Tar Pit, the Aqueduct District, Temple of Deceit, Clearwater Pathway. And I put this in here just to put it in here. It was the closest land that I needed to put with Field of the Dead or give another type land in there. I'll probably change it out after time. So it's kind of, some of it's budgeted, most of it's just stuff I had. And you have Dark Slick Shores, Urborg, and the Bog. So those are my lands for the deck. And then, of course, my commander is Tasha. So whenever you cast a spell you don't own, create a 3/3 demon creature. And then her abilities just allow you to look at your opponent's decks. And play cards that aren't yours. And I guess in a way I should have some other command or some other cards in here, which I might look at later, that manipulate your opponent's decks and play it. So there's 2 cards in mine that do it. One cannot be played in here, but the other one can, that came from the AFR set. So the Beholder. So he could be played in here, but that's what she does. And then we have tokens. There's some tokens I did not have. We got demons, zombies, spirits to give away to people. We got the Phyrexian for the one, a food token, a treasure token, copy tokens, and a human token for the bishop. But that is my Halloween deck, and I hope you guys enjoyed looking at it. Let me know what you think about it, and maybe what you might want to change out and add to it. There is a few things I want to change out, but that's my build. I had to do it quickly to get to play it tonight against some people. So happy Halloween, everybody. Have a great time, and we'll see y'all later. Take care.